Good morning. So glad that all of you could be with us today. My name is Miss Liz, and I work as a children's librarian at Williamson County Library in Franklin, Tennessee. And today we're going to talk about mountains. We're going to read the story, Ming Lo Moves the Mountain, but we're also going to learn some sign language first. The first one is mountain. So take your fist and you're going to make a rock, and then you're going to make a slope, and that is mountain. And then we're going to make a bear. So give yourself a great big bear hug. Yes. And then scratch. There you go. And for the first verse, we'll do bear. And then the second verse, we're going to do mountain. So glad you can be with us. So here goes the song. The bear went over the mountain. The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain to see what he could see, to see what he could see, to see what he could see. The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. Now we're ready for the other side of the mountain. The other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain, the other side of the mountain. To see was all that he could see, was all that he could see, was all that he could see. The other side of the mountain was all that he could see. Have you ever been in a mountain? I was lucky enough to spend many summers in Estes Park, Colorado, in Rocky Mountain National Park. And it was so much fun to hike and eat our candy bar by a lake or play in the streams. Mountains are a pretty wonderful place. And in the Rockies, even in the summertime, there was snow. And so it was so much fun. And I went to the Smokies in eastern Tennessee once, and I couldn't believe it because I was used to the Rockies. And there are forests with trees that have flowers on them in the middle of summer. I couldn't believe it because forests to me were pine trees. So I'm so glad that you're here and we can explore mountains. In all the years I spent in mountains, I never wanted to move one. How would you move one? And why would you move one? Well, let's ask our dear friend here, Ming Lo, and find out why he wants to move the mountain. Or more correctly, why his wife wants to move the mountain. And this is written and illustrated by Arnold Lobel. Ming Lo and his wife lived in a house at the bottom of a large mountain. They loved their house, but they did not love the mountain. I wonder why. Oh, this picture shows us why. There are holes in the roof because the rocks come rolling down and even into her soup. And the house is always smelly because the clouds come in and it's so, well, stinky. So one day she said to her wife, "The mountains bring us nothing but happiness," said the wife of Ming Lo. "Husband, you must move the mountain so that we may enjoy our house in peace." My dear wife, how can one small man such as I move a large mountain such as this? How should I know, said the wife. Go ask the wise man. So they come and ask the wise man, and you are all going to help me. We're going to do while he's thinking. And he comes up with a solution, and he says, "Ming Lo, I want you to go home, and I want you to get the biggest tree you can and cut it down. So everybody, get out your hatchets, and we're going to do that. Whoomp, 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 whoomp. Stand back, timber. Now get out your small hatchets and get out all the branches. And now we have one long pole. So Ming Lo and his wife took it and pushed it against the mountain. So help me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What do you think? Do you think they were able to do it? If you think they were able to move the mountain, go like this. And if you think they weren't able to move the mountain, go like that. And if you're not sure, then go like this. Let's see. They were not able to move the mountain. The tree broke. Lo had to go back and see the wise man. And this time, he did Om twice. Om, Om. And the wise man said, you know what? Why don't you take your pots and pans and sing Move the Mountain all night long and see if you can move the mountain. So today I've got my percussion instruments with me. You can do it by clapping or going like this or bumping on the floor, however you want. So we are going to do Move the Mountain. Ready? Move the mountain. Move the mountain. Move the mountain. They did that all night long. Were they able to move the mountain? Mountain didn't move? Not sure. Mountain did not move. So Ming Lo, poor guy, has to go back and ask the wise man. So we're going to do Om 3 times. Ready? Om, Om, Om. And now, this time, they're going to bake bread. And they're going to make it so that the mountain gods will like it, and so they will move the mountain. So they baked all night. They had the most delicious bread, and I have a special percussion instrument. This is a Tupperware, or in Rubbermaid actually, and put a little rice in it, and it sounds a little bit like a wind. So they bring up all their baked goods, and the wind comes, and you could just go. And the baked goods went. No mountain was moved. Oh no, Ming Lo didn't even go home. He went straight to the wise man, and the wise man said, Om, 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 Om. And he said, this time, what you need to do is the dance to move the mountains. How would I dance? Said Ming Lo. Well, you're going to get your house, and you're going to put all the parts of it, take it apart, and put it on your back, everything you own, pack it up, and then you're going to do the dance. It's 1 foot behind the other, behind the other, behind the other. You in the audience, you can move. Me in the chair, I can't move very much, so just put 1 foot behind the other, behind the other. And what happened? They had to close their eyes and go backwards and move. And when the sun set, they would feel the cooling breeze and they could open up their eyes. So let's do the dance to move the mountains. 1 behind the other, behind the other, behind the other, behind the other. All day long until the breeze came in. They opened up their eyes. The mountain had moved. Oh my goodness. So they set up their house on a new piece of land, and they were happy for the rest of their lives because they knew they had moved the mountain. And you know, sometimes I'll get mad at something. If she did this, or he did that, or this or that. And you know what? Sometimes we can't change the situation or the people, but we can always change ourselves, and that moves the mountain. And now we're ready for instruments. The fun thing about instruments is you probably have things around your house that you can make instruments. As you can tell, I like nuts. And so that's what I've brought, different cans to make different things. So the nice thing about rhythm is if you're feeling anxious or sad, you can make a sound. Or if my favorite one happens to be rice, and let's say you're studying and you're losing concentration, well, sing a song and make some rhythm. You can clap it, however you do, it will help you concentrate. Isn't that cool that we can have fun and it will help us do what we have to do? I wonder if it works with dishes. Should I sing before I do the dishes? I don't like to do the dishes a whole lot. Maybe sing while I'm doing the dishes and make a rhythm. Dun, 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 dun. So, everybody, we're going to do a song that I love a lot. Well, it's actually a chant called Hippopotamus. A hippopotamus got on the city bus. And all the people said, "You're squishing us." A cow got on the bus. And all the people said, "Move over." And now a sheep got on the bus. And all the people said, "Back up." So much fun. Thank you for joining me. It was so much fun. I hope you can find what you have in your kitchen. Talk to Mom first. You don't want to just start emptying out bottles that have things in them. Mom would not be happy. And I want you to tell you of a wonderful website. JenBrett.com is so much fun. If you're bored and want things to do, she's got movies, she's got all kinds of wonderful masks and lots of things to make. But she also has her own band. And if you will go to JenBrett.com, Honey Honey Lion Rhythm Band Orchestra, you will find how to make all kinds of different instruments. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a lot of fun exploring rhythm. Thanks for coming. Bye.